For our time in Key West, we were looking for something special. After some research and seeing it included in the American Express Hotel Collection, we booked the Margaritaville Beach House Resort. Was it worth the price? And did it feel like a premium stay? Here, our honest, unbiased review. These are the Florida Keys, and this is a Trailblazing Adventures Resort Review. When we are looking to treat ourselves to a special stay, we often turn to the American Express Hotel Collection. While rates on Amex travel site aren't always the most competitive, they do come with added perks. And once a year, Platinum card holders get a $200 rebate. To set expectations clearly, we always compare a hotel or resort against its price category. Based on rates across South Florida, a suite at Margaritaville Key West places in the premium tier. What you see now is a snapshot of average prices during shoulder season. As always, prices fluctuate. It is also worth noting that budget accommodations in Key West are practically non-existent. After a beautiful drive in a convertible down Route 1, we check into the Margaritaville Beach House Hotel, ready to enjoy a premium experience in Key West. Did it live up to our premium expectations? Let's get into it. As usual, we introduce Ines, our virtual narrator, to take you to the specifics of the resort, and I will be back at the end with our final take and recommendation.
Thank you, Walter. Let's begin with where Margaritaville Beach House is located. Now, we knew going in that this resort isn't in the heart of downtown Key West. We preferred for this trip the opportunity to have a place to relax and go to town for sightseeing and dinner. The hotel sits directly across from Smathers Beach, one of the finest stretches of sand on the island. Just cross the street at the light and you're there. Calm, crystalline waters, soft white sand, and plenty of palm trees offering natural shade. It's a tranquil beach setting, ideal for swimming, and it felt like a real highlight of the location. Lounge chairs and umbrellas are available to rent from a third-party vendor, not affiliated with the hotel, and rather pricey. That said, we were able to find a shaded spot under a palm tree that worked perfectly for us, without needing to rent. Getting downtown is not bad. The resort offers a shuttle once an hour, both ways, and during our stay, it was consistently full, so we recommend showing up at least 15 minutes early to secure a spot. When we didn't catch the shuttle, Uber rides into town ran about $15, which felt reasonable given the roughly 15-minute ride each way and the tourist location. Once downtown, we enjoyed walking through the historic streets, watching the sunset from Mallory Square, and dining at Hot Tin Roof, the waterfront restaurant inside the upscale Ocean Key Resort and Spa. The setting was truly beautiful, on a terrace overlooking the Gulf of Mexico. If you're staying in Key West, there's a trade-off. You can stay in the heart of the action near Duval Street, or you can have direct access to a beautiful beach. In the end, it's up to you. We were happy with our choice and give the resort 5 stars for its location. As part of the American Express Hotel Collection offer, guests receive a complimentary upgrade when available. We understand that upgrades aren't guaranteed, but they often lead to pleasant surprises. This time, however, the result was less impressive. We had originally booked a courtyard-facing suite, and the upgrade simply added an adjacent family room with bunk beds, redundant for a couple traveling alone. The view remained unchanged, mostly foliage, and a row of rooms on the opposite side. Since upgrades are not guaranteed as part of the Amex offer, we're not factoring this into the room rating. The suite itself was rather large at 340 square feet, 31 square meters, and included a separate sitting area. Decor followed the resort's Caribbean theme, with bright colors and tropical accents. Whether that style feels fun or forced will depend on your taste. For us, it leaned more toward themed decor than elegance. On the positive side, the bed was crisply made and quite comfortable. We appreciated the wood-look flooring, which is cleaner and more appropriate than carpet in a beach setting. There was no shortage of large TVs in the suite. The closet was decently sized, and the in-room safe was large enough to store a full-size laptop. A small kitchenette featured a high table with stools, a compact fridge with a modern look, matching microwave, and a Keurig coffee maker. While the Keurig setup reminded us of a Holiday Inn Express, it's worth mentioning that brewed Lavazza coffee was available complimentary in the lobby. The bathroom was spacious and well laid out, with good counter space, a single basin, and a toilet separated by a door for privacy. The walk-in shower had ample space and solid water pressure, though the fixture was standard. No rain shower or spa-style features. The towels, a letdown at this price level. Medium weight, average quality, and more in line with a moderate or even budget-tier property. And there were no bathrobes or slippers, something we expect as standard in a premium resort. Wi-Fi clocked in at 9.5 megabits per second, good enough for casual browsing and streaming. Climate control came from a user-regulated thermostat located in the living room, while it allowed settings as low as 66 degrees. The air circulation wasn't ideal, and the bedroom stayed warmer than we'd have liked overnight. Overall, the suite was adequate, and apart from the warmish temperature at night, reasonably comfortable. But it didn't wow us or exceed the expectations we associate with a premium resort. We give the rooms a 3-star rating. Before we continue with the resort's amenities, food, and service, a quick note from Walter.
YouTube and the web are full of fluff and disguised sponsor reviews. If you appreciate honest and unbiased reviews, leave a like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing you real hotel reviews and destination guides.
The resort follows the same fun, island-themed decor found in the rooms, but it works better in the common areas. From the moment you enter the lobby, there's a welcoming, laid-back atmosphere. Orchid arrangements, soft seating, and the phrase, "Mi casa es su casa," greeting you at the entrance. The exterior spaces are carefully landscaped and well-maintained. Everything feels inviting at first glance. Now, let's talk about one of the defining features of any resort stay, the pool. The pool area is pleasant, well-maintained, nicely landscaped, and visually inviting, but it's also small for a hotel with around 180 rooms. During our stay, the property didn't seem to be at full capacity, yet it was still a challenge to find a lounge chair with adequate shade. The pool sits in a central courtyard, surrounded by guest rooms and restaurant spaces. While the area is clean and nicely designed, it lacks the openness and sense of escape that a more expansive pool layout might offer. Cabanas available around the pool come with a minimum spend of $150. That kind of upsale might make sense in a large-scale Vegas-style resort, but here, where space is already limited, it feels opportunistic. The resort may lean into a laid-back theme, but when it comes to revenue, it's not exactly taking it easy and creating an irritating tier service. In short, the pool area is functional, colorful, and well-kept. But for a resort at this price point, it feels cramped and doesn't rise above standard resort territory. If you jog or drive along the coast, you'll pass properties like the Hyatt Vacation Club and even the more modest Hampton Inn, both with pool areas that overlook the water. While they don't have beach access, the visual setting and openness are more appealing. There is the trade-off, and for us, being beach bums, we rather have easy beach access. As for the fitness room, it's exactly that. A small room with standard equipment and a small window. It's enough for a quick workout, but it felt cramped, especially for a hotel this size. That said, if you enjoy running, the coastal path right outside offers far more enjoyable exercise. Everyone hates resort fees, and we gladly jump in that bandwagon, and this one is steep. Margaritaville charges $60 per room per night, placing it at the upper end of the spectrum. We put on the screen what, according to the hotel, justifies this price tag. We'll let you decide whether that justifies the fee, and the comments are always open, and we will love to hear your take on resort fees. On the upside, self-parking is included. Amenities is an area where the resort delivers a functional, but ultimately unremarkable experience. We assign the amenities and ambiance a 3-star rating. We had a $100 resort credit through American Express, which we applied toward food and drinks during our stay. We had breakfast once at the resort. It was a la carte, at least during our visit, rather than the more traditional resort buffet style. We don't mind that. Buffets can often be overpriced and unnecessarily wasteful. The egg white omelet and the huevos rancheros were both excellent, nicely prepared, and served with Lavazza coffee. Unfortunately, the coffee arrived warm rather than hot on the first pour. Service was a little slow, but the setting helped make up for it. Outdoor tables overlook the pool, and the space itself is pleasant enough that we didn't mind lingering. And since we were at Margaritaville, of course we had to try a margarita. Ours was well made, crafted with a good quality tequila, and real lime taste, a staple resort drink done right. We give the food and drink offering 4 stars. Service at the resort was excellent. Every staff member we encountered greeted us with a smile and gave the impression they genuinely wanted us to have a great stay. We give the service a well-earned 5 stars.
We had a great time in Key West, and the resort didn't in any way detract from the vacation. It just doesn't quite live up to the expectations of its price category. To be frank, we understand that these are first world problems, and we feel grateful to be able to enjoy this level of luxury. So the final verdict is that the Margaritaville Beach House Resort at Key West is an adequate stay, but it didn't wow us in any way, and in some areas didn't quite meet expectations. We give the resort a 3.5 star rating. Thanks for watching, and here are 2 more videos about the Keys, and as always, happy travels!